Hiya once again, Tim with Tim's Computer Repair here. Once again, I have a Asus case review. This is the TUF Gaming GT502. I purchased this for a customer. I'm going to be assembling an Intel build in here. This is my first TUF gaming case I've ever built in. I've seen a lot about it. Can't wait to build in this. I'm really excited because these things are very well built. We're going to find out just how easy they are to build in here on this video. My customer is against RGBs, so this is the non-RGB variety. Doesn't have an RGB fan controller or RGB controller built into it like some models do. This is the GT502. Of course, the black edition comes in white also. This is a mid-tower case, all metal, all the way around metal. I mean, seriously. Fully modular. I still haven't taken off the protective film off of this yet, but they do have RGB varieties, as you can see there. Little demo going. So, you know, fully capable of doing RGB, but this one will not have RGB. So let's dive right into taking a look at what all this case has to offer. Very first thing I'm going to do here, and the glare is terrible, but the very first thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and remove this side panel. Well, just how difficult is it to remove the side glass panel here? Let's find out. Button, and it's out. Okay, just lift up. Just that easy. While we are taking off panels, I might as well turn this around here this way. And we'll go ahead and remove this rear or side panel, excuse me. Just as easy. Press a button, pops out like that, lift up, done. This case offers really a lot of different configurations of ways you can put your components in here, especially the radiator compatibility and the fan compatibility and the placement of everything. This case actually supports up to 16 120 millimeter fans. That's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and have a look at the front here. So as you can see here, we got the power button, we got a nice reset button here. These are USB 3 ports here. This is an RGB button, which there's no RGB on this case, so we won't worry about that. We have a nice USB-C port there, and of course your audio jack, headphone audio jack, microphone jack right there. Again, I say again, this is a pure metal case. There is no plastics at all in this case. Very well built, I can tell you that right now. This glass panel here does pop out. It comes off, so if you ever need to clean your glass or whatever, that pops off pretty easily. I'm not going to do it now. The case itself comes with these straps, which is Asus is known to do to carry your case. Very heavy duty straps here. If we take these straps off, this top panel comes off. It exposes a filter here underneath, so you can clean your filters or install your fans or your radiators or what have you. We'll get into that a little bit later in this video. The backside panel also has dust filters that are magnetized. I haven't taken the tape off yet, but these are all magnetized to protect your case from dust from the side panel. Easily cleaned. Again, you saw how easy it was to pop this right off to clean your filters or to gain access to your backside of your computer there. Okay, just real quick, pretty standard for a lot of computers. Down here at the very bottom, we do have a dust filter there that you can easily slide out clean and slide back in. So there's that. Of course, no computer case would not be complete without an accessory box. We'll go ahead and pop this open here. We have warranty information there. And we'll get into what this is in a minute. This is supports your graphics card for card sag and for vertical mounted. Yes, this case does support vertical mounting of your video card. Of course, all your case screws. So this case does support ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX. There are 8 expansion slots provided, 3 additional with the vertical mount plate that I showed you. Tempered glass, of course. The rear supports a 120 millimeter rad. The top supports a 120, 140, a 240, a 280, up to a 360 millimeter rad for your water cool. So that's pretty nice. It also supports a 360 millimeter rad that can be put here, actually, which is a, you know, quite unique to a lot of systems. I do like that option. So there's several water options that you have. You have right here on the rear, you have up top, and you have right there on the back there. So that's 3 different places you can mount your radiators. As far as fans go, that's a whole other thing here. So the top can support 320 millimeter fans or 240 millimeter fans. The rear, of course, only has support for 120 millimeter fan. Let me turn this around. There is a bracket here on the back that can be removed. This supports 320 millimeter fans or 240 millimeter fans. Let's talk about drive space. Where are you going to mount your drives? Obviously, there's one place that you can mount right here. This is for a 3.5 inch or a 2.5 inch drive bay here that can be removed if you'd like. All 3 of these brackets can be removed, and these are back plates for either your 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch drives that you can mount on these back plates right here and pop them right into place. This is going to support a vertical mounted power supply. That seems to be becoming more and more of a trend on higher end cases. Also on this side, you can also mount 320 millimeter fans on the bottom or 240 millimeter fans down here at the bottom. Also, you can also mount your drives down here by using these brackets. So you can mount drives here also if you so choose. Your maximum GPU length that this supports is 400 millimeters. That's plenty of room for any size graphics card, really. Maximum power supply length is 200 millimeters. That's on the other side. That's plenty of room for that. So I can't really wait to build in this computer. It's going to be interesting. Lots of space. It's not a huge case. It's a nice size for a mid-tower case. It's not a big, massive case. I can tell it's built well. I will tell you for the price, though, this is a pretty darn nice deal. At the time of this video, it was selling on Amazon for $145. So for the price too, not too bad. I will have a link to this case and everything else, every other parts that you see in this video down in the description below this video. Help support my channel, use my links. Let me show you guys what I'm slapping in here. Intel Core i9 13900KF. To keep up with the TUF Gaming theme, we're going with the TUF Gaming B7060 Plus Wi-Fi. Corsair Vengeance 128 gig kit. How about that? The 4080 ROG 1000 watt EVGA gold certified power supply. And we have here the Corsair iCUE H150i. This is the RGB Elite. This is really sort of the only type of RGB we're going to have on this. But this is a super chilled version of their 360 mil rad 2 terabyte 980 Pro for our scratch disk that'll be installed on this computer. And we also have a Western Digital Black 4 terabyte NVMe solid state drive in here, M.2. So that's going to be our storage. So let's start piecing this together and we'll see how well this case works out. Okay, let's go ahead and gain access to our top panel here to prepare to get our water cooler installed here. This pops right up like that. Take off that top cover. There are screws here that you can take out. A couple screws here that you can take out. And we can lift this whole top bracket off and get it mounted on our radiator. And actually you can see how nicely this 360 mil radiator fits in this case. It fits beautifully. No issues. Okay, everybody, listen, a little bit of heads up on this case. This is about as far as I've gotten so far with it. Look at there, I've got my radiator mounted very nicely. I do like the fact that there's these nice, soft grommets, plenty of room to feed your power supply, your CPU, power connectors, there, up through there, even after the radiator's been put up top. There's still plenty of room to feed your cables down into. Nice soft rubber grommets all up the sides here, all up the sides here. I went to install the video card, and this is when I realized that there is a potential issue with this case. And this is probably not uncommon with a lot of cases, but it needs to be pointed out. This is a 4080, which is very similar. You know, the 4090 also have these type of plug adapters, which is fine. You know, we'll work with that, but there is not a lot of clearance here. When I put the glass panel back on, that is seriously going to push down hard on this adapter. And as everybody knows, putting serious bends in these plug adapters here is a big no-no, because it causes shorts and fires and what have you. We would really have to press hard on that. So not going to do that. I've ordered another set of cables that would allow me to bend a lot easier there. Like I say, this is not an uncommon thing with cases, but with this particular case, I just wanted to point it out. So to make everybody aware, if you do purchase this case and you're using a 4080 or a 4090, be aware that you're going to have this clearance issue with this type of cable. Now, some other brand 40 series cards have, you know, the looser fitting cables that you can bend a little bit easier, but this is way, I mean, that glass is going to come to like right here on that. I'm going to have to seriously bend that to get it going. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go down that road for sure. So yeah, I'll be getting those cables in. I'll show you the results of that when I get them in. But so far so good. I'll show you the rest of the build here after I progress a little bit. Preliminary test run here. Everything's plugged in. We'll give it some power. Board now has power. Got a light there on our video card. Fans and all that are all plugged in and ready. The only thing left to do is press the power button. That's what we're going to do now. And we got lights. And we should be getting a post here soon. Post. Bingo. All right, guys, here's the end result of this case. This is with the glass panels on. Got it a little dim in here, so I don't get a lot of reflection. Hard to tell. I'm going to take this cover off and show you exactly what it looks like with the lights on. Here's the front, what it looks like. Everything's up and running, looking good. Let me go ahead and take the panel off, turn on the lights here, and I can give you a closer look at the final result. All right, everyone, here's kind of the final results of this build here. Everything fits in this case quite nicely, I must say. Plenty of room. The one caveat is, and I think I had explained already, the Asus 4080 and the 4090 has a similar, ships with this particular cable, right? And the main issues are with these connectors. If people plug this in and they start bending it certain ways, either left or right or even down too much, it has been known to cause the connection to burn up, basically. Fire hazard. Mostly the 4090s, but you know, I wouldn't put it past the 4080. Anyways, my whole point here is since this design wants to mount the power supply vertically like this, it pushes the quote-unquote motherboard tray out closer this way, which in turn puts the video card closer to the side panel of this case. And what I found was with this connector, it would bend really heavily right here downward in order to get the case cover on there. So I have gone out, and I'll have the link to this. I have purchased a different cable extension for this that doesn't really have this type of connector on the end of it. It allows me, as long as the bend comes out, you know, about a little bit less than an inch, as you can see That bend does come out a little less than 1 inch and then goes down. That takes the pressure off of this cable and off of this connector, which makes me feel a lot safer about not creating a fire hazard for this card. So that is the only thing. If you are going to purchase this case and you're going to get a 4080, 4090 with these type connectors, be aware that there's not much clearance between the front of this video card and the side panel. That really is my only complaint about this case, quite honestly. Let me turn it around and show you how my wire management looks on the other side. Usually wire management doesn't look too good on most cases, no matter how hard you try. So there you have it. How about that? That's one of my cleanest looking back case builds here as far as wire management goes. Plenty of room to tuck your cables. I mean, can't really ask for better with that. I mean, honestly, it turned out really nice. Anyways, that's my little review of this case. I like it. It is a good case. It is definitely a tough case for sure. Solid, very solid. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I am Tim with Tim's Computer Repair. See you soon.